Hi, my name's Anton and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Today's just going to be a little bit of an introduction. I'm going to be talking about what I actually do. I'm going to be showing you some of the cars that I've got in, some of which I'm going to be building, and some of them I'm actually going to be giving away to you lot. So with that out of the way, let's go and see what I've got in. So as I said earlier, today's just going to be a bit of an introduction, talking a little bit about how I got into braking and showing you some of the cars that I got in. So in terms of how I got into braking, it was actually by accident really. I had a Mark IV Golf PD 150. I wanted to make it into an R32 replica, but I didn't want to pay the R32 prices basically. So what I did is I was buying cars that were already modified, that had the parts on that I wanted, taking the parts off and putting them on my own car, and obviously building up and building up and building up. And I did this quite a few times, and I started to get a bit of a name for braking cars, obviously because I was selling the parts that I didn't want. So yeah, I started on my driveway as well. So basically I started on my driveway, just buying a car in at a time, taking a part off that I wanted, putting it on the car, my car sorry, and then selling anything that I didn't want. So it kept building up and building up, and as I said, I've got a bit of a name for doing that on Facebook and on the forums and stuff like that. I'm not a mechanic, like I literally just learned off YouTube and asking questions. So when people inbox me and asking me this, that and the other, like why is my car in limp mode, I don't know, because I'm not a mechanic. I've literally just know how to take cars apart and kind of build them. So I was doing that for a few years, and it got to a point where I was working a full-time job. I was coming home, I was taking cars apart on my driveway. I was going here, there and everywhere to drop parts off, pick cars up and this, that and the other. So I was literally working just some mad hours. I was going to work, I was breaking cars after work, I was trying to fit in family. All got a bit crazy, and I just decided, I think might have been last year, 2019, around February. I just thought, you know what, I left my job and rented myself a unit, and started VAG Recycle. For those who don't know what VAG stands for, it's Volkswagen Audi Group, because they're pretty much the only cars that I break. So your Mark IV Golfs, your Cupra R's and stuff like that. So that's what I'm kind of known for breaking. So that's a bit about me really. Another reason I got into braking as well was to keep myself out of trouble. When I was a little bit younger, I was a bit of a nuisance. I was getting into trouble, I was hanging around with the wrong people, and breaking cars and building cars, it kept me on the straight and narrow. If you're in a similar situation and you think about doing something, the same as me, I would highly recommend it. I've done this all myself. I've not had any help. My mum and dad haven't given me money to go and start off a business or anything like that. I've literally worked my backside off to get where I am today on my own. Literally, like I said, started from a PD 150 Mark IV Golf that I was trying to turn into a replica, to now, I've got numerous R32s, I'm breaking them, I'm selling them, and so I'm proof that if you want to do something like that, then you can do it. Obviously do it smartly. Don't just go and quit your job and think I'm going to start breaking cars now, because it's not that easy. It's taken me about 8 years to build up to where I am now. I've got a name that's really trusted in the VAG community, and that's because I've been scammed myself in the past. So I know what it's like to be scammed or be sold parts that are rubbish, and etc. and etc. And I've got into numerous arguments, and and if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen yourself. So yeah, I pride myself in delivering what is there basically. What I say, if the part is this part, it's going to be that part, and I've kept the same thought process through the whole thing, and that's how I've got such a good name. I doubt you'll hear anything bad about me. If you do hear something bad about me, the person telling you is probably someone who's messed me about in the past or wanting £100 part for £10 and whatever. But yeah, it's highly unlikely you're going to hear anything bad about me in this scene, because I pride myself on being straight down the line. So yeah, so that's a bit about myself and how I got into braking. I'm going to go and show you some cars now. I mean, my unit's not massive, but I have got about 5 cars in that might be worth looking at. And what my intentions are with the YouTube channel is to document some of the builds that I'm doing. I might even show you some of the cars that I'm braking. I might show you like where I get the cars from, or well, I can't show you where I get the cars from because I just get offered the car randomly basically, or I might see one on eBay, this, that and the other. But it might be good to get a car in and just show you the process of making money from it. So yeah, so if you're watching this, then you know, go and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of ideas. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but obviously I need an audience to to show it to. So yeah, so let's go and have a look at what cars I've got in and yeah, talk about it. So the first car that I wanted to show you is this Mark IV Golf. Now if you follow me on Instagram, you'd know that this is not an ordinary Mark IV Golf, although it does look pretty ordinary and dusty and yeah, not a lot going on. So if I pop the bonnet though, you'll see where the engine should be, there's actually a fuel tank. And that's because if you follow me around to the back, the engine's actually in the back. So as far as I'm aware, this is actually the only mid-engine, rear-engine Mark IV Golf in the UK. Now I might be wrong, and I'm sure someone will jump in the comments to let me know if I am wrong. But yeah, like I said, as far as I'm aware, it's the only mid-engine, rear-engine Mark IV Golf in the UK. Now, I can't take any credit for it. I actually bought it like this. It was in a friend's unit. It was sat around gathering dust. It was quite inevitable that it was going to come to me, since I do deal with Mark IV Golfs. I'm not really sure on the history of the car. It was built by Z Cars, who, from what I've seen, they deal with Minis actually. So they put a lot of like high booster engines in the back of Minis, do a lot of crazy stuff. So yeah, check them out, Z Cars Classics, I think they're called on Instagram. But yeah, so I don't really know a lot about the car. It was an impulse buy. Like I said, it was quite inevitable that it was going to come to me. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the car. When it came to me, it was running quite rich. I had the map looked at, I had the map tweaked, and I had it running quite well. And I did take it out to the industrial estate just out the back, and managed to break the drive shaft after about 5 seconds, if that. Sorry, my dog's decided to just go for a little bit of a wee. That's Hugo, by the way. So yeah, like I said, I did have it running, and I took it out just around the industrial estate and broke the drive shaft. The person who looked at my map suggested that I get some bigger injectors, because the injectors that it's on are quite old and weren't really up to the job. So I've just literally got, I don't know if you can see them, I've just got some Bosch 550cc injectors. So yeah, I'm going to get those fitted, I'm going to get the drive shaft sorted, and I've had the map tweaked to match the new injectors, and hopefully I'll be able to get some videos up. I will insert around here. A little video of me doing a burnout and blah blah blah, where I broke the drive shaft. So a little bit about the car that I do know. It's fully forged 20 valve. It's got forged rods, forged pistons. It's got a IHI hybrid turbo, which I'm told is pretty old technology, but for what I'm going to be doing, it's fine. it's got a charge cooler, it's running a 5-speed box with LSD. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. Like I said, I don't really know much about the car. As far as I'm aware, it was built just for demonstration purposes. I think the frame that you see here, like the blue frame, is universal. So I think you can like unbolt that and then bolt it into another car. Obviously, you got to do a bit more than that, you know, a bit of fabrication and whatever. But I think they were just like demonstrating their skills really and showing what they can do. I'm not sure who it was built for or whether Z Cars just built it for themselves. If you do know anything about the car, you know, let me know. Drop a comment, drop me a message at on my Instagram, etc., etc. So yeah, like I said, I don't really know much about the car. Plans wise, I'm not really sure. When it came to me, it did have some anniversary wheels on it, and it had some anniversary seats on it. So I was going to go for like the anniversary look, but I think I want it to be a little bit aggressive. So I have got a R32 front bumper that has got a big hole in it. Long story. That I might fit to it. It did actually come with some R32 side skirts as well that I might put on, and I've got a damaged rear bumper that I might put on as well. And some wide wheels or some, I don't know, I really don't know. I mean, drop a comment, let me know what you think I should do. The plan is to document this car and the build, and you know, let everyone see and let everyone can take part if they want. If you've got any suggestions on stuff that I should do, you know, shall I strip it out, you know, full drift spec, or should I make it a bit of a sleeper? I'm not really sure. I mean, the little bit of driving that I did do it, literally, like I said, in and around the industrial estate, it was really hot. I had to do it with the boot open. I think there is meant to be some sort of cover over the engine, so you know the heat will stay within that area. So in terms of putting it on the road, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I don't know. I'm going to put something over it anyway. I did speak to the previous owner, who said I think he's got some sort of cover that did come with it, that isn't finished. So I'm going to grab that off him and then just see what I can do basically. Yeah, I'm not really into the 20 valve. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm an R32 V6 person at heart, but I have got a lot of respect for the 20 valve engine. I mean, I've seen some of these running ridiculous power, and with this being Ford and with the LSD, I mean, there's no reason why I can't stick a big turbo on it, you know, like a G25 550 or 660 or whatever, and just, you know, just send it, as they say. So yeah, I mean, yeah, so this is one to watch really. I mean, if you're interested in watching me build this, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try and do a video every week, or you know, when I've got updates, and try and involve everybody. So that's why I'm saying, you know, drop a comment, let me know what you lot think I should do with it, if you've got any ideas for it. If you know anything about it as well, I mean, if you know anything about this car, let me know. Drop me a message on Instagram, which I'll put the link below for that. And yeah, so yeah, just subscribe anyway, and this should be a fun one to watch. So another car I've got in at the moment is this red Mark IV Golf R32. Now this one's a bit special because not only is it one of only 44 to be in the UK, it's actually got a turbo. So this car is actually pushing 450 brake horsepower. Yeah, so for me personally, obviously starting from diesels, starting from the PD150 like I said earlier, and then moving on to R32s, to have a turbo R32 was pretty much like a dream for me. And this car it's nuts. It's to look at it, you wouldn't even think it's turbo for a start, other than the intercooler, which I'm not really into the pipe work going through the bumper, but you know, other than that, the car's pretty much standard looking. To drive it, I mean, it drives just like any other R32, and then you put your foot down, and it's just, like I said, it's crazy. I recently had a 500 brake Audi S4 that I actually gave away for £25, by the way. I'll get into that a bit later. And I prefer this over that all day, just because the S4 felt like it just wanted to just keep going and going, and it was just aggressive, whereas this one is a bit more laid back. Obviously you've got no lag because you're dealing with the V6, so it's literally instant power. But yeah, so for me personally, this car is pretty much ticks every box: looks, performance, and the sound. If you've not been in an R32, I'm sure you've heard one, and the sound is amazing. It's something else. Owning these, it's pretty much an addiction. I've got about 4 or 5 myself personally, and yeah, it really is an amazing car. Another thing, I'm actually giving this car away. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, then you know that I've run a few competitions. I've had about 16 winners so far. I've only been running about 4 months, but I've actually given away over £100,000 worth of prizes. I gave away that S4 that I was on about earlier. That was 500 brake. I've given away another R32. I've given away anniversaries and an Audi TT QS. So yeah, I'm actually giving this car away. For more details, I'll put a link in the description below, and then you can head over and enter that. Obviously, as long as you're watching this video while the competition is still running. If you're watching sometime in August, then someone's won this car for £25 basically. But so since this is the only car in my unit at the moment that drives, it would be a bit stupid not to take it out and let you lot hear it, talk a little bit more about it, talk about the modifications that it's got, and so on and so on. So yeah, let's go and do it for a drive. So we've got a full tank of V-Power. It's a nice sunny day. The roads are clear in Mexico, obviously. So let's go and take the R32 turbo out. Now I did record something previously and the GoPro gave up on me because it's so hot. So I'm not going to talk too much. So let you listen to that V6 noise. Hopefully you can hear a bit of the turbo. I dare anybody to get in one of these turbo and not smile all the way.
outside the car, you can't really hear that much of the engine exhaust or whatever. You've got a really good balance, to be fair. It's not too loud and it's not too quiet. Like, there's enough sound there to give you a smile and a little giggle, but it's not like too much that if you've got someone in the car with you, you can't talk to them, or it's giving you a headache on a long drive. Now, like I said earlier, I'm giving this car away for £25. Now, I paid a lot of money for this car, and the previous owner, he spent a lot of money building the car. So for someone to win this for £25 is crazy, and the odds are stupidly low. It's like I think it's 850 tickets, so you've got 1 in 850 chance of winning this car. Now, I'm not being a big head, but that's by far the best odds you're going to find in any competition site, value for money wise. You're not going to find that anywhere else. And if you're not sure, go and check out their website. I've given away 16 prizes already, R32s. I've given away a TTQS. I've given away an anniversary. I gave away a 500 brake horsepower Audi S4 B5. So yeah, over £100,000 worth of prizes already that I've given away, and I've only been running for what, 4 months? No, 5 months, sorry. So yeah, it's going to be a really good prize to win. I will miss it, I'm not going to lie, I will miss this. I have got another R32 Turbo in the process of being built. I'll probably document that as well on the YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it's on air ride as well. Now, I'm not really a big believer in putting powerful cars on air ride, but I have seen quite a lot of cars running big power on air ride lately. So, I'm kind of in two minds whether to keep it or not on air ride, but we'll see. After driving this is on Bilstein coilovers. Handles and drive is amazing. End the video there. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Lots of plans to make some more videos. If you're watching in sometime in August, go and grab a ticket for this car, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next time.